Today I'm standing on top of the parking garage at Acme Grocery Store right here in Northern Liberties on 2nd Street. Not here to tell you about a grocery store though. I'm here to show you a little bit about what Northern Liberties has to offer in terms of their commercial corridor and why people like living here. Not the least of which is the best, arguably the best, sunset view here in Philadelphia. This is Naveed Aber with Navigator Realty Group. Let's get after it. If this is your first time to my channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Philadelphia, the good, the bad, and the ugly, then go ahead and tap that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll be one of the first to know anytime that I release a new video. Right now I'm standing here at the corner of 2nd and Girard. If you haven't seen or if you remember from my Fishtown video, Frankfort and Girard is where the major commercial corridor of Fishtown starts. If you check that blue line going across the top of Girard right there, that's the elevated train, the Market Frankfort line. Same train that we saw in that Fishtown video, but Fishtown's just on the other side of it. So from here, it's about a 0.3 mile walk to get to Fishtown. So whether you live in Northern Liberties or live in Fishtown, you have accessibility to both commercial corridors within a really short walk. You see right behind me, the Acme parking lot that I was just standing on top of. Again, one of the best sunsets you could ever find in the city. But besides the Acme, in that establishment on the lower level, there's a bunch of places that you might frequent as well. There's a Petco, there's urgent care, physical therapy office, there's Solid Core, which is this crazy workout. I've done it one time before, most miserable thing I've ever done, but like really good for you. Oh, not to be forgotten, the Fine Wine and Good Spirits. Here in Pennsylvania, you can only buy liquor from the state-run liquor store. That is called Fine Wine and Good Spirits, and it's on the first floor of that building. I think about 4 years ago maybe, they started selling beer and wine in grocery stores, but other than that, if you want booze, you gotta go to that store. They're located everywhere throughout the city though, so don't worry. All right, well, let's get to walking a little bit. So I'm gonna go south on 2nd Street, which is, again, the major commercial corridor here in Northern Liberties. 2nd Street to 6th Street and about Girard all the way down to Spring Garden, maybe even to Calloway Hill, that's considered Northern Liberties. Along this area, you'll see tons of new construction. Right now, there's this huge development being put together. It's been a work in progress for the last couple of years by Streamline. They're one of the largest developers, maybe the largest developer in Philadelphia. Their new construction condos are going down 2nd Street. They also go up Germantown Ave, American Street, just all over. As we continue, we'll keep going down, moving past this I told you about, all the different commercial establishments that are here in this building. This is actually a new spot. Hasn't opened up yet, but I'm excited to try it. It's called the Shake Seafood. Northern Liberties a long time ago was super industrial. Right now, it's turned a lot more hipster. It's a very foodie central area, expensive living, but also it's a destination for people who want to come and have a good time. We got places with live music. You got, again, just like restaurants with amazing food. And then a bunch of other places, like I told you before, that you might go to. The urgent care, the optometrist, physical therapist. We just started seeing our pediatrician because we just had a baby just down on 2nd Street. But I'm not gonna go all that far, but we'll look at what's right here at the beginning point of Northern Liberties. Let's do a little more walking. All right, so I just stopped right here. I'm across the street still from all of that Streamline development behind me. But if you see this giant building being put up, this is part of the Piazza development. Piazza's been around for a while. It actually was called the Piazza back in the day. Jared Kushner's company ended up buying it somewhere in there, changed the name to Schmidt's Commons because it used to be a brewery, Schmidt's, and Post Brothers ended up buying, I think, pretty much all of Jared Kushner's shares in the Piazza, and they renamed it back to the Piazza. But they've been continuing their development. As you can see, one of their newest buildings, the Alta, being put up right now. It's pretty much luxury living at an affordable price. They're going for being able to provide great amenities to their tenants for a low price. So they got fitness centers, swimming pool, there's garage parking, pretty much anything you would want from a newer development apartment complex, they've got. So I'll walk you this way over to the inside of the Piazza. And on the way, I'll give you a couple more tidbits about Northern Liberties. Back in the day, it was a lot of artists in the area. They moved in around like the 80s, early 90s. And stuff just didn't really take off as much as they thought. It was pretty affordable at that time, which is why all these artists started moving in here. But for some reason, it didn't happen until like late 90s, early 2000s. And if you fast forward to today, it's one of the more expensive spots to live in the city. So Fishtown, again, not that far from where we're at, but if you took the Philadelphia area and you kind of divided it into price points, as you leave the center city area and move out this way, it gets a little bit less expensive, because that's just the way of gentrification. So Northern Liberties price points are pretty high up there. I think you're looking at like $700,000–800,000 for older 3-bedroom house, maybe 1,800 square feet. So looking right behind me, this is the start of the main Piazza building. I'm gonna take you to the center of it so you can see what they've done with it. But it used to be just this large, expansive area, not a whole lot in it, and it's really changed. I moved to Fishtown in 2017, and even at that time, the Piazza was kind of a weird place to be. There were restaurants, like a couple of them, but there weren't a lot of people in them. Some of them have been around and continue to be around, but some things just shut down because there wasn't enough business. A lot of the apartments here were empty, but now it's thriving. I just showed you that building. They're building more, so it's pretty nuts. So from right where I'm standing, I can see with my own 2 eyes 5 different restaurants, more than that. But if you look behind me, this is a new guy. This used to be a Wahlburgers, but now it's Figo, Italian restaurant. We've had their pizza before, really delicious. I'm gonna continue turning around. We've got El Camino Real. It's a Tex-Mex restaurant. Keep on spinning. You got a slightly newer restaurant. I think they're a couple years old now, but Set Northern Liberties. Amazing American brunch. They've got these towers. You can get a mimosa tower, Bloody Mary towers, champagne towers on the weekends. So it's definitely a place to be. And I'll keep going around. And this guy is one of the long haulers, Urban Village. Again, American fare. They've got pizza. They've got these delicious French fries and macaroni and cheese. A little bit elevated, you know, but tons of good beers to choose from too. Down this guy, this is called Liberties Walk, also owned by the Post Brothers, the Piazza family. There are apartments on the top and then commercial on the bottom. So you've got a hookah bar, there's sushi down there, Mediterranean restaurant, anything that you want, you're gonna be able to find here. And I haven't even done anything except for spin in a circle. Let's continue to walk. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through as we enter into the Piazza. Right here behind me, we got this Bagels & Co. I think they're a franchise or at least a small chain. Delicious bagels. If you're trying to get them on a weekend, there's gonna be a line out the door, so best order online and come and pick it up. You'll start to see this place open up as I turn around. This is the original configuration of the Piazza. Again, there are new buildings that have been built around it. But this place used to be just a large, empty, expansive area. A place people could come and hang out. They did events here, like arts festivals and stuff like that. There's a big screen TV on the other side that I'll show you where they would play local sports games or even like political when there are big rallies or voting going on. There you go. But yeah, very European inspired, right? You got this center and then you got all these apartments with their balconies looking down on it. Super cool. But what they created in maybe the last few years as well is this giant swimming pool in the middle. I'm gonna take you and show you that in just a second. Just another perk for all their residents. There's also a playground for the children because you gotta take care of the children. Anything that you would want as a resident, you got right here at the Piazza. I'm gonna walk you through to the other side so you can see where the dog park is that I showed you guys in a different video for top dog parks around the 19125 area. We are not in 19125 right now, but again, very close to Fishtown. So let's take a walk. There's the dog park right there. So it's a good thing that they put in a pool for their residents because there is no other option right now. There used to be a place called Vesper Day Club in that building with the brick and the wood. It was very Las Vegas-esque. it was people drinking in the pool, $30 vodka Red Bulls, DJ, the whole nine. But I think it started getting a little bit too rowdy and the neighborhood didn't really like it, so they're not coming back for another year. But it is going to be turned into residential. OCF, which is another of the big developers here in the city, they're going to put up some really nice single family homes in there. So it's going to be great. I think there might also be condos too. But the place keeps getting developed, man. Keep on going. I'll show you another angle of the new buildings getting put up by Post Brothers. Look at that. The views those guys are going to have of Center City. It's amazing. All right, let's walk back through. I'll meet you on the other side. Just making a quick stop to show you guys the pool that they've got going on here. And also just another one of the establishments inside here. If you don't love their own fitness center, you got Orange Theory sitting right here. Came back to this side just to shout out Creep Records. They've been here for 13 years. So while other businesses have come and gone, these guys have been holding it out. It's a record shop. They used to do shows. I think they're still working on getting shows back, but it's also a smoke shop. So you may want to come over here and check out what they got. All right, we heading out of here. All right, we're not going to go too much farther today, just a couple more blocks. Again, 2nd Street, the major commercial corridor, is pretty long. I want to say, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half. But as we walk by a couple of these places, I'll let you know what they are. We got the DGX, Dollar General Express. If you've ever seen a Dollar General, this is like that on steroids, but then not everything's a dollar. I mean, I don't think anything's a dollar. You got the giant heirloom behind me. It's like a giant supermarket, except a little bit more farmer's market-y, luxury-esque, right? More regular everyday things like a dental office. You can pass them through right now. Añejo, it's a Mexican restaurant. Elevated, definitely fancy spot. And let's go back inside actually. We're on the tail end of the Piazza. I want to show you that big screen TV I was talking about earlier, which is still there, but I'm really not sure if they use it. It's currently off. It used to be on all the time, no matter what, but let's just check it out. It's as big as I remembered, I think. There it is. All right, let's walk back on out of here. This is a place I've actually never seen before, but I walked by it the other day. Hudson Table. Cooking classes, catering, kids classes, chef competitions, private events, and chef's table. I gotta look more into that. We'll go, yeah, again, just another couple stops down this way. Gotta leave you wanting more for later, but what do we got? We got a nail spa, about to walk right by an animal hospital. I think these guys are a chain. I can't say for certain. Maybe it's a franchise opportunity kind of thing, but this one's called 2nd Street Animal Hospital. There's a Fishtown Animal Hospital. There's a Center City Animal Hospital. I don't know if it's just what's the word? Coincidence that all of their fonts look the same and stuff like that, or if it's all under one umbrella, but it's neither here nor there. More new construction behind me. You see all those Pella stickers that just shows you that everything's brand new. Things are just popping up. But yeah, that's basically Northern Liberties, the beginning of their commercial corridor in a nutshell. There's so much more to Northern Liberties than just this commercial area. Tons of the residential spaces are homes that have been around for a long time, some renovated on the insides. Beautiful parks, shops, bakeries. The largest German language library outside of Germany is in Northern Liberties. Edgar Allan Poe's house is here. Down on the other end, you got Yards Brewery. So there's just so much stuff to do. And one of these days, I'm gonna show you the rest. So for now, it's been another little walk through video with me, your tour guide. If there's anything else that you wanna know about Philadelphia, either the real estate market or just Philadelphia in general, go ahead and hit me up on the information in my description. You can call me, text me, email me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button, tap that bell for notifications. That way you'll be one of the first to know when I release a new video. This has been the Navigator Realty Group, signing out.